A few months ago, I was going for a morning walk. For company, I had big expanse of beach, a soothing breeze, and chattering birds. Despite the serene and quiet morning, my thoughts were not peaceful. They were preoccupied with numerous unfinished tasks and to-do lists that were piling up due to the lack of time and energy. It was making me stressed and anxious. I began pondering on strategies to lessen this tension and anxiety attacks that I experience from time to time. I realized that one of the reasons for these emotions is that I have too many things to manage and worry about. I had created a cluttered environment around me, partly due to the excess stuff I own, as well as setting some wrong priorities for myself. This reminded me of a book I read some time back which shared tips on decluttering your life and focusing on the most important things. I implemented some of those tips that helped me declutter my life and gain control over my time and energy. It helped me pursue things closer to my heart. I am no longer as stressed and anxious like before, and it has enabled me to have a more happy and content life. I will share these tips and ideas with you. I hope it will help you too on your path to a happy and satisfied life. Make sure you watch this video till the very end. If you like the video, then kindly share, like, and subscribe to my channel. It will encourage me to do better. I do understand that not all stress and anxiety is equal. There is good type and bad type. Stress and anxiety which makes you realize that you are fallible and help you focus is a good one to have. For example, the stress and anxiety you feel when going for an interview or for an exam. Stress and anxiety which overwhelms you and paralyze your thought process is the bad one. For example, the stress of maintaining a particular lifestyle or the anxiety you feel when checking your pending to-do list or the untidy house you see. I was experiencing this bad type of stress and anxiety. I wanted to reduce this. While looking for solutions, I came across the book called Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki. The book describes Sasaki-san's journey from being a maximalist to a minimalist and how it led to a more happy, content, and satisfying life. I'm not promoting absolute minimalism lifestyle here, but I'm going to share some principles of minimalism which I implemented to reduce the excess things around me and thus helping me have a stress and anxiety-free life. Minimalism, as defined by Fumio Sasaki, is about reducing your necessary items to minimum and doing away with excess so we can focus on the things that are truly important to us. The book provides interesting and thoughtful tips to help us start on the minimalist path. I will share the ones which I found useful in starting on my minimalist journey. So let's dive in. While growing up, many a times we are taught that happiness lies in having more of what we have. We start to believe abundance equal to happiness. We work hard to earn more money and unknowingly begin to define our success and worth based on how wealthy we are or the possessions we own. We begin to see others through the same lens. We try to impress others by our material possessions. This race to abundance grinds us down to wanting more than we really need. Material possession necessitates timely management and upkeep. It gradually consumes our time, energy, and freedom and prevents us from truly enjoying our lives. We become stressed and anxious to maintain this lifestyle. As Tyler Durden said in the movie Fight Club, the things we own end up owning you. It's only after we have lost everything that we are free to do anything. Minimalism lifestyle requires us to control our urge and temptation to buy new things as well as have the courage to let go of excess things in our life. I can control the urge and temptation to buy new things, but I could not let go of things I own. I had a fear of regret. I'm still learning to master it, but I'm improving. In the book Goodbye Things, author Sasaki-san shares 55 tips to help us start on the minimalism journey. I will share the tips and ideas which helped me. You can read the book and gain more understanding on the topic as well as the rest of the tips. Before I start, I want to confess that adopting minimalism lifestyle requires change in mindset. It might look difficult, but it is possible. The change will not come overnight. It is not an instant solution, so treat it as a process. Have patience and enjoy the journey. Ask yourself why you can't part with your things. It's difficult convincing ourselves to discard the things we own. I understand that. You will face this dilemma as well. The way to handle this is by asking yourself why you can't part with that particular thing. Is it because it is a gift given to you by someone and they will feel bad? Is it because it is expensive or there are fond memories associated with that possession? Do you feel guilty as you might not have yet made a good use of it? Do you feel you will use it someday if not now? Try to find that reason which is stopping you from discarding. You will be surprised by the answers or lack of it. Most of the things are really not important as you think of them. When you discard something, you gain more than you lose. When discarding things, most of the time you think of loss. In that moment, you need to reframe your mind and focus on the gains rather than the loss. Think about the time, the space, the freedom, and the energy that you will gain by not requiring to maintain or manage the thing you're discarding. Rather than thinking about the loss of things you discard, focus on the things that you will gain. Our brain, time, and energy is limited. We all have limited time and energy. We also have limited memory to remember what we own and why we own them. It becomes extremely difficult over time to manage and maintain our possessions effectively due to the lack of time and energy. Your future self will thank you if you put your energy and time into the things you really like instead of managing your possessions. This will help you have a more healthy and stress-free life. Organizing is not minimizing. Under the name of organizing things, we stuff things out of our sight. They again pop out over time. Do understand that organizing is not discarding. This is not the decluttering we want. Always start with minimizing things first and then organize. Start with something that is junk and lying there in your space, something which you have not used for long. Discard something you have in multiples. Discard something which you bought as a fashion statement some years back. Trust me, you will not need these things. They not only occupy the physical space in your house, but your mental space as well. Say see you later before you say goodbye. Discarding things on a whim is very difficult for me, but this tip helped me immensely in deciding what I should discard. I gathered all the things which I was not sure on discarding and then stowed them away in a bag. If in the next 3 to 6 months I do not see a need for using those items, then it becomes very clear that they are not necessary and I can peacefully discard them. This see you later technique helped me create the required distance between me and my possessions, which made it easier for me to discard them. Controlling your temptations to buy. Number 1. One in, one out. This is one of the golden rule of minimizing. If you want to buy something, then you need to discard something of the same type from your possessions. Sticking with this rule will help you stay on the path of minimalism. Don't buy it because it's cheap. Don't take it because it's free. When we go to malls, we often see one sign, sale, sale, sale. It's our tendency to feel excited when something which costs $50 is available at $25. The discounted price makes us think that we saved $25, but in real sense we just spent $25 on the things we might not actually need. It's not only the money, but we also spend our limited time and energy on adding this to our possessions. Also remember, free items might be free in terms of money, but it does occupy the space in your mind and require time and effort to manage. So it is not really free. For example, when you buy a smartphone or say a laptop, those big money things, we just don't stop there. We accessorize it. We'll buy a couple of smartphone cases, a glass protector, we'll buy a new set of headphones. We might also put in some extra memory card. Big ticket items many a times trigger a chain reaction to buy smaller items, which together not only add to the spending but also leads to taking your space, time and energy. So be concise on what big ticket item you buy and find a good reason for having it. Wearing the same dress for the 10th time test. Most of the time we buy clothes and accessories with a lot of excitement and joy, but soon it wanes off. Maybe because we don't see ourselves looking good in them anymore, or we don't feel confident and happy in them. So we go and buy new ones. This is a pattern that gets repeated. It is important that we recognize it and find ways to control it. I try the visualization technique. I try to visualize how I will look wearing the same set of clothes for the 10th time. Does that look excite me? Do I look fit and healthy in that? If the answer is yes, I will most probably buy it, but still keeping in mind the one in, one out rule I discussed earlier. One thing to keep in mind is that having a fit body will automatically give you confidence irrespective of what you wear. Even your old clothes will fit you nicely. This is one more reason for me to pursue a healthier lifestyle. I would rather spend time doing exercise or walk than strolling in a mall or on the internet browsing through the e-commerce website or online options. Control your time on social media, TV, and other influencer platforms. Most of the time we spend on internet consuming social media content, watching entertainment portals, browsing through e-commerce sites, or following the influencers. One thing common among them is that they are continuously bombarding us with advertisement. Knowingly or unknowingly, they are pushing and influencing you and urging you to buy things which you really don't need. All this leads into doing an impulse buy. Be aware of this and control the time you spend on these mediums. We cannot control what the platform does, but we can control our usage of them. Try to develop a hobby or passion which will keep you engaged. Train your mind not to be influenced by others' possessions, be it your friend flaunting the new watch or shoes on social media, or a model displaying the beauty products or apparel range. You will have more time to spend with people you really care or the things and hobbies you cherish. You have more time and energy, and you will be able to save more. This will result in reduced anxiety and stress. You will stop comparing yourself with others or stress on how others perceive you as you find your own minimalism. You will find yourself engaged more with the world around you, the nature, the people. You will start enjoying your present rather than worrying about future. You will be able to focus better with lesser distractions around you. Please remember, as you start on the minimalism path, you need to find your own minimalism. Minimalism is not a competition. Don't boast about how little you have, or don't judge someone who has more than you. For me, minimalism is more of removing distractions and decluttering my life from unwanted possessions so I can truly enjoy the things really important to me. Find your own minimalism. Start on a path to a happy, satisfying, and content life. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you soon with a topic that will help you compound your life. Until then, take care and keep smiling.